like it's just quick. It's right up under the car, and they're already experienced in grabbing them based on whatever the popular motto is. And I just think they just zip, and sawzaw it out and leave. So nobody knew, nobody said anything.
Shannon Kaysen was taking care of his ex-wife's Toyota Prius last December when thieves hit his Edgewater Street.
She lives in Detroit, but she left her car here in Chicago because she was flying out of O'Hare. So I parked her car right here. I dropped her off in her car, her Prius, and left it right here. I go to start her car, and it just sounds terrible, like a diesel engine or something. It ended up costing $1,500 total. It can put you in a strain, and depending on whatever your finances are, it can put you in a strain for a long time.
The thefts have risen dramatically since 2019 as thieves chase the precious platinum, palladium, and rhodium inside the converters. The number of theft reports has risen from 2,367 in 2019 to an astounding 7,618 in 2022, and the trend for this year looks nearly as bad. Sometimes catalytic converter thefts turn violent, as happened to a Northside man on a weekday afternoon last summer. He did not want his name revealed.
When I looked out the window, I saw my car jacked up really high, and I saw a guy standing in front of my car looking out, like surveying the area. I have a Prius. It's one of the highest targeted cars for catalytic converter theft. So I knew exactly what they were doing right away, and I went out on the porch, hey, get away from my car. And as soon as I said that, they drew a weapon on me, started firing. I was shot twice. I was shot once in the abdomen and once in the foot. It didn't hit any vital organs or anything, but I was extremely lucky. There's a tree in front of my house that there's a bullet hole in the tree at chest level that, had I not been taking cover behind the tree, would have killed me for sure.
The hospital bill was $40,000, most of which was covered by insurance. He has had ongoing therapy for the trauma.
People need to be held accountable. There's no accountability, particularly in Cook County, in Chicago, with crime and criminals and juvenile criminals, It disgusts me.
Chicago police tell the Sun-Times they are aware of multiple catalytic converter theft crews in the area and urge victims and witnesses to file police reports. Catching thieves in the act is the biggest obstacle, police say. Of 17,806 catalytic converter theft reports in Chicago since 2019, only 34 were paired with an arrest. Laura Pascas watched out her workplace window in February as armed thieves cut the converter off her Honda CR-V, causing $3,700 in damage.
They did this in the middle of the day, and they didn't care who saw them. They didn't care that we had cameras. If something like this happens that you didn't plan, you got to put it on a credit card, and you're making payments on it, and it just, or if you get into an accident and you didn't have full coverage or whatever. I said that's how people get in these horrible financial holes.
Ambrosio Red Montano, manager of Value Plus Mufflers in North Center, says his shop gets several calls a day from victims of catalytic converter thefts.
Depending on the car and depending on the damage that they do to the car, some could be pricier than others. This is a video of a 2007 Toyota Tacoma that they stole the catalytic converter from. You can see here where they cut the catalytic converter off, and that wire that you see in my hand is the downstream O2 sensor that they also took along when they stole the catalytic converter. So if you see a little bit farther down, they took a bigger section of the exhaust system just to take the catalytic converter. It's harder for the thieves to cut the catalytic converter off. So normally when they see this shield, they'll leave the car alone because it's not worth their time.
Experts advise parking in a garage when possible and marking the device with a serial number in case it's stolen and recovered.